introduction about myself. I am a senior Java programmer in JPMorgan Chase. I have 12 years of work experience. I have worked in various companies like Oracle, CSC, Computer Science, and worked as a project lead as well in my previous organization. I'm a mother of a 3-year-old toddler. I'm a passionate traveler, bookworm. I love reading all types of books. And I'm also a speaker in Women on the Tech events in JP Morgan. Now to our topic of how to balance life and take care of all aspects of your life. The first question here comes is, where do you think your life is heading to? Are you heading to your dreams, your growth, or are you feeling fulfilled? So to answer this question, most of us or some of us might still be struggling with work life, especially for women. Job and life consist of various factors. For example, in job, we require to take care of our volunteering, networking, team activity, and life comprises of innumerable subunits: our family, our relationships, our household chorus, and whatnot. In middle of this, did you ever pause and reflect to think like, is time slipping off? Am I heading to my growth? Am I heading to the dreams which I have seen for myself? If you have not, it's time to pause and reflect, to think of your dreams, how you're going to reach them. Because there are many people who, towards the end of their life, they feel that they could have reached this goal, they could have done this better, but yes, the time just went off. So the first thing, even if you don't have time and how to get started with, is the motivation factor. You know, when you are motivated to do something, you will definitely find the time. So do you love and enjoy what you're presently doing? Are you happy with your work? Are you happy with your life? If not, what do you think can be done better? So I, being a bookworm, have gone through different books and have applied few of the principles followed in these books, and which helped me in my struggle in life and in my tech journey, which I like to share with everyone. Number one thing which you require for any goal in life is to have a plan. So you need to have plan like a 1-year plan, a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan for yourself. So without a plan, just having a wish is never going to get fulfilled. So the number one concept is have a plan, and it definitely works. I have planned my life always, and I have seen that when you have a plan, somehow you get the motivation to drive towards it. And for the driving factor is you should have yearly goal, and even you can set daily goals. So when you feel fulfilled at the end of the day, you get motivated to work on your goal on the next day itself. So the number one concept is having a goal. Now this picture I have put up because last year I went through some of the documentations which I had always planned, and I found that actually what I had planned in my life all these years actually worked out as planned. So I like to share my tech journey, my life story, and also going through the pitfalls and issues which I had in life, and how I had gone through them and how I had passed them. So the number one strategy to keep in mind is having a roadmap and being consistent with it. For example, I you want to achieve a particular goal and you have a roadmap to it. But if you are not consistent with it and you are just going back and forth, you get some other motivation, you go change your plan, you are never going to reach your goals. So believe me, it's very important that you have a very consistent goal for yourself. It's like a treasure which you are trying to get. You have created the map and be consistent with it. In this, I'd like to share my own tech journey. So I did my BTech in 2006, 2010, and I always wanted to become a software engineer. So after my graduation, I immediately moved in search of the best job which I could wish for. So initially during that time, there was some recession and I didn't get the software development job which I was looking for. So I did work in different cities, moved to a Bangalore city in India, and there was initially a struggle where I had to work for a startup company, which they didn't give many trainings to me. So what I did it with that very limited salary which I got of 70 pound, 7,000 rupees in Indian currency, I went to do some additional trainings on Java, um, on the advanced Java concepts. Though I had to be a struggle in my life, but I really am thankful that I had that plan, that I wanted to become a software developer. I wanted to do best at my job. And in that year, I think that I have uh, struggled a bit, but that really was fruitful. I did manage to scale up myself. I got myself into an MNC company, got married, bought a home in India, and then I had some list of companies which I always wished to work for, like JPMorgan, Oracle, and I did crack that as well. I cracked the dream job which I wanted to. So, do you think just having a very yearly plan or a very 10 years plan doesn't help out? So another thing which you need to do is here have a yearly plan. So this is like what I do is what motivates me is I I keep a yearly goal. For example, 2018 in Oracle itself, I wanted to become the lead. I wanted to lead the team. So I did some courses, I did some additional work which was required, and I at the end of the year I did become the lead. And then so 19 I did a plan for my child, and that too went well. And there are initially struggles when when a lady goes for maternity, comes back. So what I did is I had a plan where I made sure that after my maternity I'm back to work after 6 months. So I hired a babysitter, I took care of the child in such a way that he is sufficient good enough that I can join back at work after 6 months. So this was some of the minute plannings which I had done, and things worked out as planned. And 2021, 2020, which I had already planned like 5 years back, that I wanted to work abroad. So today I'm working in UK, Glasgow, and things worked out exactly how I had planned year-wise. And this plan is not that I have written it today. I had written this plan around 5 years back, and exactly how it was being planned, things worked out. And that's the why I had shown that shocking picture is when I look at the goals which I had for my past, things worked exactly how it had been planned. So does just planning help out, or what is the next second strategy which is to be followed? The second strategy to be followed is having the right knowledge. So, for example, I always believe that the journey which I am living or I am wishing to have, there is someone who had been in that journey earlier. It might be my manager, it might be a co-worker, it might be a friend who had passed through that journey earlier. So it's very important to set up some role models, have some books, have a discussion with people, and get a strategy, get your knowledge base cleared out. Just going for a goal blindly without knowing what's the pros and cons will lead you nowhere. So it's very important to set role models, have a guide, make a mentor, and lead your life. In our childhood days, we look up for our parents as our base knowledge base. My father is still my mentor, and he used to guide me always. But as we grow up, we feel that we are inclined to more of management work, or maybe we are inclined to go for a more development work. You will find some seniors who are ready to help. So take their help. There are books to learn. If you're trying to go for some skills, you're trying to get some of your skills updated, there are books, there is internet, there are trainings. So knowledge is there everywhere. It's all the motivation which you require to go get that. So next strategy is, for especially for women leaders, is having the courage to be disliked. In every stage, women are being judged. Whatever you do, whatever you are good at, there will be people who will be trying to pull you down. I remember having a conversation with the senior MD of our company where she said that, did you read the newspaper recently? I said, so what's the news? She said that a senior politician, a lady, has been criticized in such a bad way, talking like the lady is this, the lady is this. So, why? The things which she has done seemed right. The answer to this is, I told her that we just need to live up to it. These things will already always be there, always be there. So you need to have the courage to be disliked. There will be people who will like you. There will be people who encourage you, but there will be people who will dislike you, who will try to pull you down. So have the courage, have the determination to go ahead, reach your destination. Strategy 4 is stop multitasking. Multitasking is something which I feel is the art of messing up several things at once. If you are have that habit of multitasking, I think it's a high time to change your habits. Do things in such a way that you are doing one thing at a time. If you are in a meeting, just be in that meeting. be 100%. If you are not, just move out of it. Or if you are um, doing something else, like for example, if you are doing some development work, you are working, you are learning something, just devotedly put something on that. So on that, many people ask that where is the time? So you need to value your time in such that when you are at your job, you are 100% at your job. And when you are with your family, for example, I am a mother of a 3-year-old kid. So when I am after work, I just make sure that the 2 hours I spend with my child is 2 hours dedicatedly I'm spending with him, not checking mobiles, not doing any other thing. Yes, there are things which I still need to take care of the, but I keep up a separate time for it, a 1 hour maybe to have some household work done or something like that. So I just keep a separate time for that, a separate time for exercise, a separate time for family, friends. So all these things is important. And if there are some things which you feel you need to, for example, I need to learn a course, I need to learn something, put that time for a weekend or sometime when you have like, okay, my work is completed today, a little bit early, I can spend some time today, maybe a 30 minutes time on a weekdays and some 2-3 hours on a weekend. So these things really help out, because if you don't plan your life, if you don't plan your time, you are going to run in a mess and you feel the need to multitask. So stop multitasking and divide your day and time. Next is having a self management plan. This strategy is, I feel, the most important thing, because if you are not managing yourself, if you are just going along with the flow, you are just taking care of people, you are taking care of your team, but you don't have time for yourself. This is a real loophole, because at the end of the day, you are going to end frustration, you are going to feel that you're not giving your best to yourself. So it's very important that you take care of your own psychological need. You are having proper rest, you are having proper food at time, you are taking care of your security, you are feeling loved, you are having some belonging. It's important that you have some uh, friends, some family, some community nearby whom you feel that you can trust, you feel belong. And this is also sometimes important in teams, that you make your team feel belong, your team members, you make the way you want others to feel accepted, you feel you want others to accept you. You need to make sure that you let your team feel that they are accepted, they are loved, they are belonged. So this is very, very important. And the fourth thing, which is called the respect status recognition, I feel that many people change companies when they are don't like their managers. So this is something which management needs to always take care, that the employees are recognized, respected, and they are given proper status whenever needed. So even I was a project lead in my previous company, and this was something which management always had to take care, that we are giving proper recognition to the team. Sometimes it's not the work, but it's the motivation, the team, the people you are around. So sometimes it's not always visible that you are surrounded with the best of people. So it's very important that you keep up your self-esteem, you have motivated, you have some things, goals in your lives which keeps you driven. And I feel that when all these four factors are been taken care of, you are uh, the best of yourself. And the most important factor here is having a self-management routine. You need to meditate. You need not just meditation, something which keeps you having a routine of keeping your sanity intact. So you are self-motivated, you are less stressed out, you are able to take better decision making. So these factors are very important to have, so that you are able to manage yourself well. So this is a kind which is called a self-management routines, and this can be anything. Some people enjoy sports, some people like to go for a walk, some people like to have a journal. So this can be anything which calms you down, which keeps you collected. So this is also a very, very important thing which take out some time to have for yourself. So these are the all factors which I had, which I call like pages, authentic, being having the courage to be disliked, having a plan, getting the correct knowledge, having an efficient time management and self-management routine. So with these factors, I am sure that you are going to able to break the chain of your routine, make some changes, dream high, exceed your goals. So this is all which I had. Any questions and answers, any questions anyone have, I'll be ready to answer. Uh, Thank you so much for the session. Uh, I hope this session helps to bring up some motivation, to bring up some goals for yourself. I like to know anyone would like to see uh, any questions. I like to hear. Okay, I'm seeing some chats here. Hmm. From Margaret. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you so much. Okay, great. So you are applying for scholarships, and yeah, please don't give up on your dreams. I'll say that whatever takes it, have the courage to be disliked. It's okay to be disliked if you have to fight for your family. I remember that when I left my home, I think 16 years back, I had many hurdles in life. Like family has always been concerned, like whether you are safe, whether should you get married at that time. And thankfully, I didn't get married, and I just got a job. I'm in this role now, and I'm happy, content. So I feel that. Uh, um, so I'm getting a lot of chats here. Thank you so much. So do have a plan, be determined, have a roadmap, and just work on that. So there are some questions put up by any recommendations about planning non-work days and staying productive. Yes, that's very, very important. Even for vacations, I think you should make a plan. I know in vacations we don't want to study, we don't want to make it boring, but I think like just 15 minutes time, if you have something like you can maybe carry some book, maybe a motivation book, and maybe a something, your journal, your write your journal where you can keep track that okay, I'm spending this much time today on planning for my day, planning for my life. You sometimes need that break. So this is also something which is very important to keep up. Have a journal and keep something written every day. Maybe just one line also it's sufficient. Okay, then another question very interesting is, my question is that I know some people who still do not want to set goals. What we can do to make them agree to that? Yeah, this is I know this is there are some people who just feel that it's goals doesn't make sense, life is unpredictable, this and that. But you know what, I am a life example. I don't think that I passed out from a brilliant college. Yeah, I was a good student, I know. But my life journey is an example where I can say that I did plan and things worked out. Sometimes a goal, for example, a 1 year goal might not be completing in 1 year. It might take 2 years. Maybe you want a promotion, didn't happen this year, maybe next year. But you should not be giving up on it. You just work consistently on it. And there is an energy which always works. And you know what happens? Like sometimes you just can't predict life. Life is going to be uncertain. Sometimes the family would be sick. Sometimes you have some personal commitment which just blocks you. But you need to keep that motivation up. That if I could just take my example, that if I could achieve my goals, if I could do it, you definitely can do it. So please keep up that. Okay. So I'll just go through some other comments as well. I don't plan anything and see your planner give me many insights. Yes, please do the planning. So big C for women, no one else is going to do that for you. Okay. So it's your life. It's you who is going to be regretful at the end of your life. So please take care of yourself. Please make a plan. Be authentic. Have the courage. And when you are successful, everyone wants to meet you. Everyone wants to talk to you. So leave aside people pleasing. Just stop it. Just go for your goals, leave to it, and you know that one day when you are successful, when you are motivated, and when you are doing your best, people will come to you. So don't give up your hopes, don't give up your dreams for anyone, for anything. uh, Next, okay. um, Thank you everyone who have spent their time in listening to this presentation. I hope I can give some insight. I hope I helped you to motivate, and believe me, you are alone in your journey. You need to get it right. You need to have the motivation. You need to have that spirit to work hard to reach your goals. And the end result is really fulfilled. You feel happy and you feel content, and that's the best thing ever. So to reach this fulfillment and to still keep on growing, you need to keep on having yourself up to date. Okay. So please don't give up hope. And another thing is, Fear of missing out. Okay, yeah, this is something which someone has put up here. Like how to get rid of fear of missing out. This is something I feel many people face it. Like, but I feel like it's okay. Set up your priorities. For example, I'm a mother. I have very limited time. I have a limit. I have 9 hours work life, and I have to take care of the 2 hours of my child. Now, if I have that fear of missing out, maybe I need to go to that party. Maybe I need to go to that networking event. But my child needs me at that time. Maybe I can skip that. Maybe sometimes it happens that you need to have that. Control over emotions, that okay, maybe I can say no to that friend, maybe the friend will understand, maybe I can catch up in the next event. It's okay to miss out on some events, until and unless it's something like your work is the most priority and your family is the most priority, and after that everything else comes place. So please, uh, don't live in that fear of missing out, that okay, I need to grab everything in life, I need to be on top of the social media, on the networking events, and this and that and that. This will make you crazy and go nuts. So please don't do that. Okay, then another question is, yeah, true. It's a myth. It's a myth. Yeah, please don't follow that, and don't lose your mind on that. I'm quite passionate to development work, but as I said, to manage and work to level up. How to? Yeah. See. Yeah. So I think what you need to do, that I even faced that in my first company. I think you should spend some extra time to train yourself, do something like do some trainings, bring up some books on that particular whatever development work you are doing, buy some books. You just need to become a student at time. Just get your books, get your notes ready, do some studies in the internet, go to internet. I think after, like, you are good at that topic. For example, I want to learn JavaScript. So what's the first thing is that maybe I'll bring a book, I'll get the basic fundamentals clear, have some notes, then go through some YouTube video, get some projects, and get some insight to it, and spend some extra time at work. Yeah, I think it sometimes it really pains to um, spend extra time, but when you want to go to that high up level, sometimes you need to spend that extra time, and that's fulfilling, that's helpful. So spend a little bit extra time, and or get someone in your team, in your maybe outside your team as well, who's expert in that work. Maybe spend some time with them, that also helps out. Okay, thank you so much everyone for your response. Any questions, you can reach me in my LinkedIn profile as well, and I'll be happy to help. I i have been through different struggles in life, from learning, because nothing was given to me in a plate. I had to struggle for everything which I wanted in life, even like for my education. I when I was studying also, some of my the relatives come up and say that you need to get married, why you're spending so much time in studies. And then even to get married, I had to fight sometimes with my family that I wanted to marry the person I wanted. And even in my job, I had to initially, as you some of you are facing, like you are not up to the mark on your work. I did some trainings, I pushed myself, I changed few companies so that I wanted the dream job I wanted. So these things really worked out. I had a plan, I just believed myself. The most important thing in life is to believe yourself. There will be people having different opinions about you, so just, and you know what, people, why do they have an opinion? Either they dislike you, or secondly they are just jealous of you, or they are just they are struggling with their own life. They have some own very bad experiences in life which they just can't see anyone growing. So this type of people will always be there in your life. So please, please, please stay away from such people and just grow, work, and fulfill your dreams, and have a happy, fulfilled life. I hope that everyone listening this session, or anyone who will be listening to this session, gets motivated. Please have a plan. If I, just a normal girl, can do achieve life, achieve the dreams which I wanted, every one of you can do it. So please be determined and work for it. So any further questions, I'll be dropping off then. Yeah, so I have few people who have sent me connection requests. That's great. So I will connect to you all, and hope this session has been helpful. And please, yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. So yeah, I will be dropping now. Please connect to me in LinkedIn, and any queries you have for your job, anything which I can help out, even in your personal or in your professional life, I can help you out because I have been through this journey. And you know what? How I got motivated to have this. I do presentations in Women on the Tech Movements in Bangalore, and also I try to help people because in my life I have got help from many people as well. There were people who have helped me. There were my technical people who have helped me in my journey, who have role models. I have my manager, my previous company, and even my present manager. They are quite helpful. They show road like what can be done better. And even in your personal life, I had friends who had helped me. Like for example, when I wanted to come back to work just after 6 months maternity leave, I was a little bit hesitant that I have a 6 months old baby. How could I join work? And I had friends who had done that, and they said that these are the strategies. Maybe you have a babysitter, you plan some days work from home, and there are a lot of things which can be done if you are motivated to do it, and if you have an open mind that I really want this, and there will be ways to do it. So please reach out to me if you need anything. Thank you so much. And any questions last? I'll just drop out in a minute. Any questions, anyone? Um, so I'm getting some thank you, and I think there are lot queries mostly on how to get yourself up to date at work. And there, and another thing which I have seen is I have discussions with like many leaders is, as women you need to be authentic. Uh, you need to make the other person believe that you are confident. If you yourself talk in a very shy, very I mean to say, you show that you are doubtful, the other person also gets doubtful. So have the courage to talk in a very I mean to say, in a strong way, convey your opinions. And secondly, always believe that the world, it's still a man's world. So you will be judged, you will be pulled down. So don't give up that spirit. You know that you what I do is usually, like, I have my father and my son, who I feel that my father had done a lot for me in my life, and I believe that I just can't pull him down. So I need to do just put something in your life, maybe some kind of manager who had always believed in you. Or maybe you can take my example. Like, if I believe that every girl listening to this, every woman listening to this, you have full potential. Don't, you might be tied to a chain of belief that you can't do this, you can't do that. Just break that chain and believe in yourself that you can do it. So break that chain. And like, there is a saying that an elephant is tied to a thread, because tied to a very small rope, and he can actually break that, but he still believes that he can't. I don't know, like, belief has been put in his mind from his when he was just a baby elephant. So elephants have that big potential. Even every woman listening to this talk have so much potential. Believe me, you have a lot of potential. It's just important that you break that chain of thought which makes you feel that you are something inferior. So just break that chain, come up, dream big, and reach your dreams. And most important, be consistent with your dream. It should not be that today my friend is doing this, I'm going to go for that. No, just be consistent with your dream. Be consistent with the goals which you have for yourself, and I'm sure that you're going to reach it. If you get proper guidance, if you're groomed properly, nothing can stop you. All women are unstoppable. So thank you, everyone. I'm just ending this session. Hope it has been helpful, and thank you for listening to the end. Thank you.